Now, it's been a while since I've done a what's to come from Louis Vuitton video, and you guys like these videos because you have told me, and because I am a self-proclaimed luxury humanitarian, it would be within my description of such to give the people in the luxury community what they want. Okay? Doing my humanitarian duties, I am here. So here's what's to come from Louis Vuitton, or what's coming out shortly, or what's just come out, whatever you want to call it, just in case you're not across all of the social media, all of the YouTube videos. I'm going to give you my version of it. So let's dive on in. But first, if you are new here, my name's Connor and I like to talk about all things luxury. So if that's something you're into, I'd love it if you could hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you're notified when I bring out new videos. And if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. And yes, I'm wearing a jumper. I am aware what the weather is outside. It may be 27 degrees, but when you're inside and you have the air conditioning on, you can wear whatever the hell you like. So all of my kind of winter heavier clothes that I would not wear for 10 months of the year, I put them in like this little, I don't know what it, I was telling Dale, I was trying to explain it to Dale the other day. It's like a box for clothes that you put in like stuff that you don't want hanging up all the time. And I was going through it the other day and I saw this little electric, blue electric jumper that I got in Paris nearly a year ago, which baffles me. I cannot believe it's nearly been a year. It does not seem like that. It seems like 4 or 5 months ago. So I don't know what kind of time warp has been happening, but surely I'm not the only one where that does not feel like a year ago. But anyways, I just saw it and this color, I just love it. Every time I see it, I'm like, that is such a iconic color. So I put it on and look, no regrets. But let's get into what you're actually here for, not me talking about my affinity to the color blue electric. So we're going to start with some bags that have recently been released with Louis Vuitton. I'm going to start with the Capucin's GM Souple, or Supple if you speak Anglais, which is basically just a slouchy version of the Capucines. Now, Louis Vuitton have recently done renditions of normally more structured bags like the Dauphine in the more slouchy kind of look. And I think they're, I guess, appealing to people who might like the design of a bag but don't really have an affinity to structure. So they started bringing out more slouchy bags, or flaccid. How funny is that word, flaccid? It's got such a connotation with, you know. But this GM, interesting. Now, they brought it out in like a tan color, they brought it like a caramel color, a black, they've even brought it out in a canvas, and this is a very interesting kind of thing, but I kind of like it. Now, it's obviously in the GM size, so it's quite big, but I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I think Louis Vuitton, if you want to bring out the same bag in a more slouchy version to appeal to a different kind of customer, that is progression. That's what we want. And of course, it would still cost a lot of money, but they're not here in the budget game. They're here in the variety game now. But I like these, especially the canvas one. Like, I'm not, like it's an actual, looks like a raw canvas, like not a coated canvas. I think it's cool. So I'm all for it. And I can't really give much more on that. Maybe some better colors, but maybe they're just testing the waters with the old neutrals, but I like this, and I'm all for a slouchy, flaccid bag. Now, while we're on the subject of slouchy bags, the side trunk that was brought out a few years ago now in your classic monogram, or like an emprunt with the monogramming in it, I think it was quite impactful because the connotation of a trunk with Louis Vuitton being such a structured bag, bringing it out in something that's got a bit of flex in it really had such an appeal, and it was incredibly popular. Louis Vuitton have obviously made this a classic bag in their collection now, something that they always have, but they've recently brought out completely leather, like complete leather versions of them in a single color. I know I've seen like a nude color, and then this kind of light blue color here, which is obviously a favorite color of mine. It's like a got an aqua tone to it. I don't see the appeal. I think the impact of the soft trunk being, sorry, the side trunk being in a monogram or like a loud logo kind of print is what gives it such an appeal. I think putting it in a plain color like this, it loses that. Obviously each to their own, but I think if you're gonna get a bag like this, it's better be loud, shouty, and have a bit of a punch. I do love this color though, but I just think it's a bit wasteful you know, in a bag like this. I think it's got to have a kick to the crotch, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. Now, in one of my videos, however long ago back, I was talking about how I want a denim bag. Now, the kind of denim that I am looking for is something like a more of a light wash denim, and I don't really have any more information other than that's the kind of shade of denim I like. Now, I looked at the Bottega denim cassette bag in the really dark denim. If I'd seen it online, I would have thought, no, that's not for me. But when I was in Sydney for my birthday, Meredith was with me. They had that bag and I tried it on and I liked the size of it. And I didn't mind the shade of denim, that really dark blue kind of denim. But I didn't want to be like settling, like I didn't want to settle for something, because as we all know, if you settle, you end up selling it. So, Louis Vuitton, though, they are bringing out their Damier Denim 3D print in the men's range. Somebody on Instagram reached out and said, oh, Connor, like, have you seen this? I know you're looking for a denim bag. This denim collection, number one, it's got the vachetta with it, because they're in these like speedy bag, weekender bag sort of styles or keep-alls. And I'm not a massive fan of this shade of denim. It's quite warm, and then paired with the vachetta, again, it's not really my cup of tea, but I still think it looks good for what it is. I'm sure it'll have a bit of an appeal, but yeah, like I said, it's a very dark kind of grey blue denim, which I'm just not, you know, I'm not orgasming over, if I'm to say it like that. But I think it's a step in the right direction. I feel like there's been a lot of denim collections though, like, I don't know. There's been a lot, and I feel like this is very similar to the previous denim collection in the men's collection. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not mad about it, but it's not for me. Now, this next collection that's coming out in May, obviously, I think a year ago now when we first saw it kind of released from Pharrell's vision, is the Surfin' monogram. Now, when I first saw photos of this, I was like, oh yeah, like I didn't really think too much of it. But now that I'm actually looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, honestly, what the fuck? It's like, I thought it was kitschy. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's a bit kitschy. Yeah, it's, you know, now I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck? It looks, I don't know, it's just tacky. Like, it's so tacky. It's got hibiscus and frangipanis and I don't know. It's given Beach Boys, and it should have stayed with the Beach Boys because, yeah, I don't know. That's all I can really say on it. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things you'll see it in person and it all kind of just works, but I do not think so. It is tacky. This could go either way, like in terms of popularity. Sometimes these things, everyone says they hate it, it looks crap, and then when it comes out, everyone buys it, and you're like, remember when you said it was crap? Because I do. Yeah, I don't know. It reminds me of like, you know, like the fish and chip shops in a, like if you go to like a country town and they have a fish and chip shop, this is the wallpaper that they would have on there that was put up 40 years ago, and they haven't done anything to renovate it. It's just looking the same. That's what it reminds me of, which kind of has a charm to it, but I don't know if it's worth $5,000. Like that kind of charm you can get for free in Australia. So yeah, it's a swing and a miss. Next, we have the Louis Vuitton Capucines in the Ouzier, which is French for wicker. This bag, Dale has it in the brown, like the original version, the brown leather. Such a cool bag. When she first showed it to me, I was like, oh yeah, like, cool. But when you actually see it in person and seeing it being worn, it's very cool. I do like it, and I must admit, I have to eat my words because absolutely love it. But this Croco Resort version that they're bringing out in some cool colors, I think really really ups the ante in it. Of course, it'll be freaking expensive, but what isn't these days, okay? Make an excuse for it. They've got it in this beautiful bright blue color, which contrasts really well with the kind of bright wicker. Then they've got it in this brown color. Not sure how I feel about that. It still kind of works, but probably not my first choice. Then they've got it in this dark blue. I think the dark blue doesn't work. I think it's too harsh for the wicker. But I absolutely love the white. I think the white suits it perfectly. The Croco white, I don't know, it's just a match made in heaven. But I would either like the bright blue or the white if I were to buy such a bag. I don't know if I've got many organs left that I can give up to buy such a thing, but you only need 20% of your liver to live. It'll grow back, so there's that. Now, this bag I am not a fan of. It is the Keepall 25 in raffia. It looks, the vachetta colour against that raffia looks like a bowel movement, and the black LV thing on the side, like, why bring black into the mix? Like, come on, that is like terrible. And just the actual crocheted looking thing, it looks like something from Lingcraft, or it is just, it's a flop, absolute flop. Nothing works on this bag. The little hole, absolute waste of money in my opinion. That could have been such a missed opportunity for a cool men's raffia bag. Louis Vuitton, hold your head in shame. Alternatively, they've brought out a like a tote version. Here it is. A shopper bag MM. This, I mean, still not a massive fan, but it looks alright. It works better. There's less vachetta on there. Obviously, it has a little luggage tag, and it does come with a free pouch. So, talk about getting your value for money. But I think it's, I don't know. I just, missed opportunity. Absolute missed opportunity. But if we're to talk about absolutely useless, incredibly expensive luxury items that I fucking like, this Louis Vuitton croissant charm has a chokehold on me that would make 50 Shades of Grey look like fucking Sunday school at church, okay? This, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I eat a croissant at least 5 of the 7 days of the week. But it is so cute, and I guess it's in the same kind of colour as what the fortune cookie was in, which I did actually like the fortune cookie. I don't have an affinity to fortune cookies, but I do have an affinity to croissant, and this is so cute. Now, I can't remember what it's priced in Australian dollars. I want to say at least 1,500 Australian dollars. It might even be more. And it would, I don't know if it would fit, like I'm assuming it's like an AirPod fitting size, maybe a little bit bigger, but it's tiny. Like, you're not fitting anything other than patience in there because it is tiny, but it's so cute. And I would have had maybe 3 or 4 people send this to me. I'm like, Connor, have you seen this? I feel like this is something you would like. Yeah, I like it, okay? I like croissant, but it's so useless, but it's so cute. Alternatively, another one that has come out with that hideous Hawaiian collection, which I forgot to mention before, is the crab. Now, the crab is coming out in cool colors. They've got like this aqua, they've got orange, they've got, I think, like a yellow. Again, totally kitschy, but cute kitschy. Like, this is when kitschy works, okay? And they got the balance right with these charms. Again, useless, but cute. Okay, and sometimes cute is what gets the card in the EFTPOS machine and hidden accept. So, I'm all for it. If any of you want to buy any of these kind of bag charms, there is no judgment here. I will support you in your irresponsibility of your luxury buying. Okay, but that's what I'm here for. And it is a duty as a luxury humanitarian, okay? But that's everything to come so far. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Is there something coming out that you're looking forward to? Or is there something coming out that you think is absolutely hideous? Pop it down in the comments below. I'd love it if you could give this video the thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Make sure you hit the bell button as well so you know when new videos come out. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all very shortly in my next video.